let's move on to the next video.
Alright, so we have
15 minutes of shame. Another update on Johnny Somali. Apparently, he actually, like, pled guilty to a lot of the charges that he was, being, like, convicted of. I mean, freaking A, dude, at that point, I'm pretty sure that's it, right? I mean, like, we're just pretty much waiting for the day. At this point.
Alright, so we have some massive updates regarding the Johnny Somali situation. He just had court an hour ago and it went really bad for him. He ended up getting charged with a new crime and he pled guilty to several charges. This is absolutely unbelievable. By the end of the video, you will fully realize just how screwed he actually is.
And can I ask anybody, does anybody actually own one of these, like, head massage things and use it? Like, does anybody actually, like, get one and, like, actually use it every day? Like, or, like, use it every week? Like, or do you just sort of, like, leave it somewhere and that sort of just stays there for the rest of your life?
But first, let's start with a recap. Shout out to the channel Legal Mindset for providing these live updates and gathering this information. Alright, so this was the status of the charges before today's hearing. So there was obstruction of business count 1, that was for the ramen in the 7-Eleven, he pled guilty. There was the Minor Crimes Act count 1, rotting fish harassment, he pled guilty. There was the Minor Crimes Act count 2, disturbing the bus metro system, he pled guilty. Then there was obstruction count 2, he had no plea yet, and we don't know at that point what it was about. There was,
I mean, damn, that's 3 guilty pleas. 5 years maximum. I don't know. I guess if they give him the if they give him obstruction of business count, it might not necessarily be 5 years max, right? If that's what they charge him with first. But I believe every subsequent charge, because he's already considered a felon, is gonna take maximum sentencing, right? So whatever they give him into 5 years, let's say in the best case scenario they give him a year, they give him 12 months. It'd be an additional month. So maybe they don't give him a lot. Maybe they give him a full year for everything here. Maybe they give him a full year, right? In the absolute best, most amazing case scenario, they just really want to be nice to this guy. You know, I doubt it. Doubt it. Seriously, doubt it. But let's just say they wanted to be the nicest guys in the world. They give him a year for all 3 of these. If he's already convicted of these 3, no matter what, he's getting another 5 years. No matter what, he's getting another 10 years. No matter what, he's getting another 10 and a half years. Like, unless they drop these charges, which I doubt, but I don't know. Is he going to plead guilty? Is he not going to plead guilty? I have to assume they're going to charge him, and if they do, he's done. He's screwed.
2 deep fakes.
He's going to get so many freaking years.
No plea yet. So now I'm going to tell you what happened in court. I took some notes while I was watching the Legal Mindset live stream. So first things first, he was warned that if he would show up extremely late to court, he would be held in contempt. So he was late, but I believe it was just by a couple minutes. So then the judge started describing.
You know what's funnier? I guarantee you he showed up late on purpose.
The crimes that he was charged with, and he asked Johnny Somali to confirm that he did indeed plead guilty to those 3 crimes that he already pled guilty of. And Johnny Somali said yes. So those guilty pleas are now confirmed. Yeah. Then what's really hilarious is that the lawyer forgot to sign his paperwork yesterday. So he filed something with the court but forgot to sign it. So he got reprimanded for that. No worries on his end.
It's an honest mistake, right? It's the fact that he hired, like, this freaking, like, mall lawyer. You get what I'm saying? That's just kind of like, you freaking forgot to sign up docket. Come on.
He'll be able to file it, just he'll have to sign it on the spot, I guess. Now, Somali admitted he was guilty of those 3 crimes. And then Hank was playing a tough guy, trying to intimidate people in the courtroom by looking like a Billy Badass. And then finally, they asked Johnny Somali if there was a change in address, and he said no, they still live at the same address. Now they got into the new crimes, and it turns out that the second obstruction charge is for playing loud music and disrupting the operation on a bus. The deepfake charges is for males kissing each other. And it turns out that there is now a seventh charge. A new charge was just added today, and that is for disruption at Lotte World, where he disrupted the park so much that they had to stop one of the ride. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, and these decisions are going to have a long-lasting effect on Johnny Somali's life, is that he just pled guilty to the new charge as well as the other obstruction charge. So he is now guilty of 5 charges, but he decided to plead not guilty to the deepfakes. And the reason why is because the deepfakes carry a very, very long prison sentence, up to 10.5 years per count. So he pled not guilty to those charges. Now this will up.
I kind of do want to know, is there any benefit to that specifically? Like, I'm just saying, they exist. They have the evidence. You get what I'm saying? Like, is there any benefit to pleading not guilty, or would it have been better to plead guilty and hope that they reduce your sentence for being an honest good boy?
Update the crime board that Legal Mindset did earlier in the live stream, because it now has the new information. So as you can see here, there was the 3 guilty pleas that there were before, but now there is a 4th guilty plea for playing the loud music on the bus, and there is a 5th guilty plea for the Lotte World incident, as well as 2 not guilty pleas for the deepfakes. So if you count everything there is together right now, he is facing 15 years and 60 days for the crimes that he has currently pled guilty to. And he is facing up to 21 years.
So this one is definitely a guilty. Damn. Again, I don't know if he's gonna get the full 5 years on that first one.
For the crimes that
but one of them is a guaranteed 5 years, I believe.
Yet. Now, we'll get to the bombshell in just a moment, but what happened after that is that the judge asked the lawyer, do you have any evidence of Johnny Somali being innocent of the deepfake charges? And the lawyer simply said, no, there is no evidence of him being innocent. So that's
I got nothing.
Good. And then when the court
I got nothing. You got me there, Judge.
They went outside and Hank was cursing out everybody, having a massive meltdown, you know, total crash out. Johnny was trying to calm him down. So
Why?
that will definitely make it in the news. There will be clips of that. Don't worry, I will be posting tomorrow morning with all the fresh information. And they
Why'd he throw a tantrum though?
even
not like he's going to jail.
Walked into the basement. Now, the big bombshell, and this is going to screw Johnny so bad, is that the next court date is actually on August 13th. You heard that right. We're in May right now, and he has to wait a whole 3 months just for his...
Damn! I mean, him and Hank are like broke. Like, what they fighting about now? Like, they don't even want to go to a restaurant anymore. Bro was like having a little husband's dispute, cause bro bought a wine bottle.
Next court date, he's stuck in Korea for another 3 months. Good job, Somali. You are totally screwed. This trial will definitely go into 2026. There is no doubt about it at this rate. So yeah, he's finished basically. He's cooked. He's already facing 15 years in prison for what he has pled guilty, and he's facing so much more for the crimes he hasn't been found guilty of yet. So great job. Fuck around and find out. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have a lot more to cover. It turns out that Gino, Johnny Somali's accomplice, got unbanned on Kick, and I do want to talk about that in just a moment. I have some clips, and I just want to mention that Johnny Somali has been rather quiet for the last couple weeks. That's about to change. because I'm in his Discord right now and he is losing his mind. So expect him to go live in the next couple hours or days and having total meltdowns. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel because I will be clipping those moments, reacting
How are you
to
in
it.
his
So
Discord?
make sure you're subscribed right now so that you don't miss those videos. But for now, let's continue and let's talk about Gino. Alright, so for those who
Wait, so
don't know,
I don't
Gino
know
was
jack
Johnny
squat.
Somali's accomplice in Japan and in South Korea. And he managed to leave the country a day before Johnny Somali got
I did not know about that.
travel banned. And he got unbanned just a few days ago on Kick, and now he went live. And although the live stream was extremely boring, I watched most of it for you guys. There are a couple parts that are really interesting, especially
Yo, go subscribe to 15 Minutes of Shame just for sitting through all that for just for our enjoyment.
He describes how he narrowly escaped South Korea.
Imagine having to like sit through all that just to freaking catch the like stupid parts.
Look at this.
There's no way these Korean found the hotel while I'm still here, bro. I'm like, God, no, please don't let this shit happen to me, bro. So I'm like, please don't let this shit happen to me, bro. So okay, so the owner texting Johnny, and Johnny's texting the owner. He's like, bro, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Just tell him you don't know me, you don't know me, you don't know who I'm in. And thank God the owner of the hotel was so cool, because the owner of the hotel, he was like telling I was calling, basically like, I can't disclose private information about who lives in my, who's staying in my hotel or just this and that. So we, you know what I'm saying, I'm thankful that we had a cool ass hotel like owner or Airbnb.
That is cool. I'll be honest. Whether or not you think the guy's a douche or not, I don't know what the hell he did, but like it's kind of like you gotta at least be safe, you know. Like a hotel shouldn't be giving out private information. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Be an owner, because if that's not cool like that, and he's like, yeah, that nigga Johnny Somali here, we would have been.
Now it's funny because I just remembered how tedious it is to edit Johnny Somali or Gino's live streams, because they use the N-word every single sentence. It's even more than a punctuation at this point. In this last sentence, Gino said it 5 or 6 times. Now, it doesn't bother me. I edited it out for YouTube purposes, but Johnny, you might want to expand your vocabulary just a little bit.
Been cooked that night, bro. It was a bit, them Korean niggas running through the month.
Honestly, I feel like if they try to expand their vocabulary, they're gonna end up in even more legal trouble. Let's maybe.
Hotel looking for her ass. So, you know what I'm saying?
Johnny Somali's already gone out and I believe threatened the judge's like family or whatnot.
So that next morning, I hopped straight in a taxi. I went straight to the airport. You know what I'm saying? I had on a mask. I had on a beanie. Couldn't nobody do it. I had on a mask. I had on a beanie. I was not playing that shit. I'm like making it out this bitch. I don't know. So yeah, I got on my flight, I left. And then pretty much after that, the day after I left, that's when the Korean nigga Johnny Hotel. And I told that.
Hey, what can you do? I mean, hey, he was smart. He said, I'm gonna get out while the getting's good.
Sweating in departures, oh my God. I was sweating in departures. I was hiding it. Kid you not, I was hiding in the bathroom. I was hiding in the airport bathroom for like 30 minutes.
He's gonna be stuck for so long. Freaking A. And I think Hank has got like no more money, right? Did he get cut off by his parents? How the hell are they gonna make money? Does Hank have a job? Does Hank have like an actual job?
This guy is flexing about hiding in a bathroom for 30 minutes because he is terrified of getting jumped by South Koreans. Dude, that is not the flex you think it is. It actually makes you look like a total dumbass. Now, he's going to reveal something pretty interesting that I didn't know before.
And then I stayed in Osaka for like 2 weeks. I think like 2 weeks. And then I went back to America. But the day after I left to Japan, Johnny, that's when all the bullshit started happening to Johnny. Like, cause he flew out the day after me, and that's when they to the airport and they told him, yeah, bro, you can't fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a drug test or whatever going on, and it came back positive or whatever. You can't fly. So that cooked, bro. He was on a no-fly list, and he had to stay there. And that's when all the bullshit. After that happened, y'all pretty much know everything that happened to Johnny because it was all on live. So yeah, that's basically how shit was done.
So that is pretty interesting because I had no clue that Johnny Somali tried to escape the country and then was denied when he got to the airport. Maybe you guys already knew this, but I didn't know
Well,
that.
I assumed he was talking about Japan. If that's in Korea, that's freaking wild.
Piece of information. Now there is one more.
He really
segment
tried to
that is
flee?
worth mentioning. Gino talks about how he is basically blackballed by the community because of his association with Johnny Somali.
But this guy is apparently accusing him of that the reason why is because they found drugs in his system. I don't know how much I believe this guy, but I don't know who this guy is, the gentleman.
That Johnny Somali.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe him. Like, I don't know much about the guy or how truthful he is, but it's wild if it's true that they detained him because he had like drugs in his system.
So yeah, that's basically how shit went down.
So that is pretty interesting because I had no clue that Johnny Somali tried to escape.
I feel like that
country
he'd get in like
and
big
then was
trouble if that's
denied
the
when he
case,
got
though,
to the
right?
airport. Maybe you guys already knew this, but I didn't know that piece of information. Now
Don't get me wrong. It's like Johnny Somali himself has been on stream talking about how he's taken pills, being like high as hell. He himself has said it and done it on stream. I didn't know that. Like, I don't know if the government's aware of that. Like, the police are aware of that.
There is one more segment that is worth mentioning. Gino talks about how he is basically
He sort of hints at it
blackballed
and
by
stuff,
the community because
and
of his
shows certain pills.
association with Johnny Somali.
With ABZ, that hates Somali, bro. Anybody that hates Somali automatically is not gonna hang out with me. So that's 90% of CX.
Oh,
damn. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, he's being honest. But more than likely, then, sir, I would not like you.
Literally, bro. I'm literally. I don't think you understand this, Paveris. I'm already blackballed on this app. Like, I'm kind of cooked.
Yup, well that's what happens when you hang out with scumbags like Johnny Somali, and arguably Gino is just as bad as him. He is extremely creepy towards women, and he engaged in nuisance streaming just as much as Johnny Somali while he was in South Korea. So I'm not surprised that he's blackballed everywhere. Now, I do want to show you this clip. It's coming.
And I'll be honest with you, that's basically what it's gonna take to stop all of this. It's gonna be other content creators are just gonna not have to like stay away from them, and the actual websites are gonna have to just keep banning them.
To us from Johnny Somali on Twitter. Shout out to you, buddy. And basically, it's a clip of Johnny Somali threatening the judge. Now, I don't know if the judge has seen this, but I think he or she should.
The judge, the prosecutor, y'all can suck my bitch ass. Yeah. Suck my soft. Causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
So as you can see, he is totally unhinged, a total maniac. Now do me a favor, and like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be very quick to clipping out his crash out and all the news and updates. And I also cover other topics than Johnny Somali, other.
Do you think, out of curiosity, do you think Johnny Somali would laugh if somebody just slapped him with a fish? Like as a prank?
Nuisance streamers and just
what was that in Jackass when they slap people with a fish?
plain morons. So make sure to subscribe. We're in this for the long run. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Honestly, it's pretty freaking.
All right.
The stupidity of wanting to just like do illegal shiz for like clout, effectively. Which Johnny Somali himself has come out to say that it was not worth it monetarily. The stupidity of wanting to like do that for clout, break laws, and record yourself breaking laws, just basically, you know, making a case against yourself in the court of law. I will never understand like where the logic comes from. Like these people are idiots. Ayo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Saru!